So as far as like what you think the next arc will be about, like, do you think it's gonna be Black Frieza or do you think it's gonna be something else?
I don't know. I would. It's tough. I mean, Black Frieza makes sense, but I can also see Dragon Ball Z making us wait. I can
Right.
see them being like, "All right, we showed them Black Frieza. Everyone wants to see Black Frieza, but we're gonna throw in some side stuff here. Maybe stuff that's not so serious. Some training. I don't know if like Beerus or Wiz is gonna have something that they want them to do or split them up. It's I would actually be very surprised if Dragon Ball Z was straightforward in this moment and they just was like, oh yeah, Black Frieza. And then it's also like, what does Frieza even want at this point? You
Right.
know, like,
Right.
is he assembling his army again? I mean, he always has an army or a following. He's like Voldemort. Like,
Like
it's kind of crazy,
so
but
if you want to talk about dope B plots, honestly, following like a more Frieza story, like of him
Mhm.
just on some like crime lord shit.
We didn't even get to see him. Like, we didn't even get to see the back, the like how he got the Black Frieza form. We haven't even
Right.
gotten to see that yet.
Like that would have been dope. I think because Frieza is pop. The reason they brought him back is because he's so popular, and the people would
Yeah,
have loved watching Frieza training arc.
yeah.
Like yo, him
And he's never
discovering
trained. Like his.
that hyperbolic time travel or whatever, room spirit of time,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. Like people would have loved and ate that shit up.
And then it's like, who did you meet to even find that? Where
Right.
did you go? There's so many. Like the whole Frieza. I look at Frieza's character as he's someone who was talented by genetics,
Right.
talented by didn't need training, and we've seen that multiple times where there's these these characters like Hit who or Hit who've never really trained and they were always able to get by with their abilities and their strength, and then
I mean, Goku.
Goku pushes them to like another level,
Right.
and then it's like they adjust in like 5 minutes, and then it makes you question like, damn, if this person trained as hard as Goku, they'd probably be wiping the floor with him, but they
Hmm.
never really trained up to that point. And I feel like this is the first time we've seen Frieza really like get in his bag and be like he got the Frieza gold or whatever, the Frieza saying whatever you want to call that. But you saw how quick that he got that, so it's like now the Frieza Black is like, okay, but I don't know, the strength is unreal for him to just knock both of them out with two punches, and it's like, okay, we definitely want to know like, what if Freezer met another god? What if there's and it comes back to that conversation that everyone kind of hints at when like they brought all the universes back after the Tournament of Power.
Uh huh.
What if there's I don't know, a evil god or a god of destruction or someone out there that like Frieza gets a mentor,
Yeah, and so I was thinking about like what could like how you could make Black Frieza work and everything. And I think it would be good if he wasn't the main villain of the next arc and he was more so just around, like
Yeah.
like like on SpongeBob, he's just standing there menacingly. Like you feel like he's about to do something and he's still more powerful than you. So you're trying not to piss him off, but at the same
Yeah.
time you're trying to stand your ground. Like, but so I thought it would be cool if maybe like Frieza came to Goku and Vegeta, like, hey, I need your help with something. I'm dealing with trying to, acquire a planet right now, but there's someone over there that my henchman can't really deal with. So how about y'all do this for me? Or something like that.
And I won't
Something,
kill you or something.
yeah, something on the along the lines where like they're working for Frieza or with
Yeah.
Frieza reluctantly, because they don't want to piss him off. And then, you can have an arc like that where they sort of team up, but they're not on teams, and I just like the idea that he's like, oh, I would slap the hell out of y'all if I really felt like it. But, maybe then you find out, oh, his Black Frieza form has like it's a double-sided effect. He's really strong, but it drains his life, or he can't sustain it, or like he dies a little, every time he uses it or whatever. Like that's why he didn't kill Goku and Vegeta before, because keeping the form up drains his life or something like that. It shortens his lifespan. They could just make it interesting by not just straight up saying, "Oh, Black Frieza's trying to, take over the universe or whatever." Like I just feel like at this point, Frieza has been exposed to so much.
Yeah.
That's some short-sighted shit. You know, like
But the one thing I'll say though is like Frieza already knew who Beerus was. You
yeah,
know, like so I look at it like, and again, more details that could. Frieza may know other powerful people or beings, but he's never really reached out to them because he's never had to. So like, you know, there's that possibility. I would actually like to see Frieza. I would like to see a few things. I want to see what Beerus' reaction is to Frieza's new form is, because if it's above Ultra Instinct and it's above Ultra Ego, it got to be somewhat close to Beerus. Like it has to be.
right.
And then at that point, when you have the strongest character that's a good guy, I guess you could say, sweat a little bit, then the stakes feel a little bit higher because it's like, okay, now we have someone that we don't know how we're gonna deal with, you know?
Yeah.
So,
And it's like really, it's like all you would have to do to make this interesting is have Frieza discover or find out that the Supreme Kai's life is tied to Beerus's.
yeah,
That's really it's that simple to make shit kind of tight.
Frieza holds him hostage, anything like that, you know?
Right. It's like, what if, Frieza got this dude hostage. He didn't just straight up kill him because he thinks that would create more problems, right?
Yeah, because maybe all of the gods would come after Frieza.
Right. So he's like, but I will hold him hostage if y'all don't cooperate. I need y'all to do X, Y, and Z for me. Like, I mean, some people want Cooler to be the next villain. I'm like, have Cooler show up, like you said, from one of those other universes. It's another Frieza who's actually called Cooler, like, because you got to make him you gotta make him canon somehow.
Yeah.
So you bring him from another universe, and he's like, well, I don't want to have to deal with this and whatever. Like, I'm not gonna fight him. Goku and Vegeta, you guys fight him for me, or I kill the Supreme Kai and blow this whole fucking thing up. Like, if I'm going down, everybody's going down with me.